Complaint about delivery of the wrong grade of copper. About 1750 BC, Old Babylonian period, from category number ME. Babylonian era problems. 1236. Huh. Old school hate mail. Imagine how pissed you have to be to engrave a rock. Okay, but there was this guy called Ea-Nasir who was a total crook and would actually cheat people out of good copper and sell them shit instead. The amount of correspondences complaining to and about this guy are hilarious. Are you telling me we know about a specific guy who lived 5,000 years ago by name because he was a huge asshole? More like 4,000 years ago, but yes, Ea-Nasir and his dodgy business deals. And we haven't even touched on the true hilarity of the situation yet. Consider 2 additional facts. He wasn't just into copper trading. There are letters complaining about Ea-Nasir's business practices with respect to everything, from kitchenwares to real estate speculation to second-hand clothing. The guy was everywhere. The majority of the surviving correspondences regarding Ea-Nasir were recovered from one particular room in a building that is believed to have been Ea-Nasir's own house. Like, these are clay tablets. They're bulky, fragile, and difficult to store. They typically weren't kept long-term unless they contained financial records or other vital information, which is why we have huge reams of financial data about ancient Babylon in spite of how little we know about the actual culture. Most of the surviving tablets are commercial inventories, bills of sale, etc. But this guy, this Ea-Nasir, he kept all of his angry letters, hundreds of them, and meticulously filed and preserved them in a dedicated room in his house. What kind of guy does that? The Complaint Tablet of Ea-Nasir. Currently on display at the British Museum, the Complaint Tablet is an ancient Mesopotamian cuneiform tablet dating to around 1750 BC. It is essentially a customer service complaint from a client named Nani to the merchant Ea-Nasir. Ea-Nasir had traveled abroad to buy copper ingots and promised Nani to sell some of them to him. Nani sent a servant with a sum of money to buy it. The copper was of low quality, plus Nani accuses Ea-Nasir of treating his servant rudely. The tablet was housed at the National Museum of Iraq, but was rescued from looters during the 2003 Iraq War. It was originally found in the ruins of Tell Ea-Nasir Nani sends the following message. When you came, you said to me as follows. I will give Gimel Sin, when he comes, fine quality copper ingots. You left them, but you did not do what you promised me. You put ingots which were not good before my messenger, Sit Sin, and said, if you want to take them, take them. If you do not want to take them, go away. What do you take me for, that you treat somebody like me with such contempt? I have sent as messengers, gentlemen like ourselves, to collect a bag with my money, deposit it with you, but you have treated me with contempt by sending them back to me empty-handed, several times, and that through enemy territory. Is there anyone among the merchants who trade with Telmun who has treated me in this way? You alone treat my messenger with contempt, on account of that one trifling mina of silver which I owe you. You feel free to speak in such a way, while I have given to you the palace on your behalf 1,080 pounds of copper, and Aboum has likewise given 1,080 pounds of copper, apart from what we both have had written on a sealed tablet to be kept in the temple of Samas. How have you treated me for that copper? You have withheld my money bag from me in enemy territory. It is now up to you to restore my money to me in full. Take cognizance that from now on, I will not accept here any copper from you that is not of fine quality. I shall from now on select and take the ingots individually in my own yard, and I shall exercise against you my right of rejection because you have treated me with contempt. How come semi-trucks in Europe look like toot-toot, and in North America they look like honk-honk? You know, I am big truck. Please give me what's of room. Thank you.
I will fucking pancake your carcass.
People breed European trucks for their cuteness, but their flattened faces and compact bone structure is actually really unhealthy. American trucks are how they looked before those traits were bred into them, and some breeders are making the effort to crossbreed them and reintroduce the elongated hood. But the movement doesn't have a lot of traction because of the stereotype that American trucks display higher levels of aggression, kind of like OP says. But that's largely a myth. There are no bad trucks, only bad drivers. Hashtag rambles. Trainwreck generator, why did you hide these in the tags? This suggests that Maximum Overdrive was Jurassic Park for motor vehicles. I'm sorry, but that is misleading as hell. American and European trucks are bred for different purposes. American trucks are bred for long hauls on largely straight roads. They can go for hours without a brake. A European truck needs more brakes and a lighter load, and they would indeed take great internal damage if they tried to keep up with the long snout. The European short snout is not bred for looks, but for agility. They navigate the windy roads of Europe in a way that would be way too risky for the powerful but more clumsy American truck. It is true that the European overheats faster at high speeds. That is the very reason that brakes every 4.5 hours are mandatory for both the truck and the handler, and a day of driving can never be longer than 9 hours. So, all in all, appreciate all of our trucks and our shared history, and be the responsible owner that gets the right breed for the right job. To be fair, the US does have short-nosed trucks as well. They're just a breed kept mainly for very local work, where, like the above says, they're working in places with lots of turns, shorter drives, and plenty of stops. I see them used for garbage pickup a lot, where a long-nosed Mack wouldn't be able to fit, much less maneuver, and the short nose prevents them from getting rubs, raw skin, or even open sores on their snouts. I would also like to point out that the tags have got it backwards. The wild trucks, which I'm pretty sure are extinct in the wild now, that all modern breeds stemmed from, were short-nosed trucks. We had known about automobiles and domesticated several species, but the truck species was not discovered until close to the start of the 1900s in Germany, which I believe was the first country to breed them in captivity, although England was the first country to really start using them for work. I managed to find a photo of a taxidermied specimen. As you can see, it resembles both long and short-nosed breeds, as well as the far more common house truck used by individuals instead of for commercial work. As for the aggression, while the Mack long-nose looks aggressive, they're generally gentle giants, although please do give them space on the road. Not seeing you in their blind spot is not the same as aggression. It's actually the smaller house truck that is often trained by their handler to be aggressive. The key word being trained. They are also not naturally aggressive. The only time I've seen a Mack be commonly aggressive is when they're pulling 2 gravel trailers, and I'll be cranky if I was being overworked too. If you see them hauling that kind of load, just give them space, and you'll be fine. So the common house truck is like a fucking pit bull? I mean, yeah. You know what? That's fucking accurate. Pit bulls and pickup trucks are both so commonly associated with violence and assholery, but they're just normal. And it's the people who train them. Because I've met so many nice people who drive pickups. But boy, I have met a lot of assholes behind the wheel of a pickup truck. Like, there is something about a pickup truck that either makes someone nicer, especially farmhands, or it makes you a massive dickhead, and that's everybody else. So, yeah, this is accurate. In Mesopotamia, there were no cover letters or curriculum vitae. There were just pots and copper ingots. Very high quality ingots from a very reputable merchant. Tumblr's dedication to dragging Ea-Nasir from across history is one of my favorite things about this hell site. Somewhere in the afterlife, Ea-Nasir is gaining power and he has no idea why. You know, that's a really good point. Are we sure we want to be giving the worst businessman in known history more power in the afterlife? Yes, because when Trump dies and thinks he's going to be king shit in the afterlife, Ea-Nasir's going to one-shot him with a shitty copper ingot upside his empty orange fucking head. Hey, dickhead, catch! That's my Ea-Nasir voice. I'm going to sell you the worst copper you've ever seen. I've turned him into a superhero from the 1950s. And as Trump tries to get food in the afterlife, Ea-Nasir comes around the corner, and he's like, "So you think you're the best, do you? I was making my bones before you even were a word." Boyfriend requirements. Is a feminist, not a racist, dances, not necessarily well, is a cutie, is not a murderer, and likes puppies. Yeah, because obviously if someone's not a feminist, they're obviously scum. Sarcasm. Isn't that guy? Man, the bar could not get any lower, and yet some men still can't reach it. The bar was an inch above the ground, and the guy dug a hole to avoid it. This just in, local man refuses to become a good person because he thinks he's better than everyone. Like a lot of men. Look at this fucker. Look at this dumb motherfucker who's probably never gotten laid in his life and has to compensate for his enormously small penis with a pickup truck. Oh my god, it's come full circle! Your players are faced with an ancient Sumerian curse. However, since the early ancient Sumerian language was only used for recording tax debts, it turns out to actually be an ancient Sumerian bill. And therefore, they need to get a hold of some ancient Sumerian coinage and bring it to the ruins of the ancient Sumerian tax office because the Sumerians had a pleasingly direct way of preventing tax evasion. Namely, horrifying curses. Well, I don't have any coin, but I have these copper ingots, lovely copper ingots, from a very reputable merchant. Never heard a word said against him, very thorough with his paperwork. Anyway, they're guaranteed pure copper and proper weight, so can I pay my tax with those? I just want everyone to take a step back for a second and really think about how we're using the most powerful knowledge tool in history to make jokes about a specific dude who lived almost 4,000 years ago! It's fucking wonderful, is what it is. Ea-Nasir has been dead for 4,700 fraudy years. I can't tell y'all, as a person who studied Sumeria and knew about him before it was cool, how fucking weird it is that Ea-Nasir is now a meme. As much as I love Ea-Nasir being a meme, there is something else displayed in the Assyriology section of the British Museum near the complaint tablet of Ea-Nasir that I think is just as meme-worthy. Let me introduce to you to 5 clay model dogs found beneath a palace doorway at Nineveh. They guard against devils and demons and are modeled after real dogs that lived there over 2,650 years ago. Their names are... Loud is his bark, biter of his foe, don't think, bite, catcher of the enemy, and expeller of evil. Protection and healing. In Babylonian and Assyria, many devices were designed to protect people from evil and disease. Skilled practitioners made objects to be worn, hung up, or even buried in order to prevent misfortune of any kind. These counterparts of real mastiffs were buried to guard a property from devils and demons. Ritual instructions for making and inscribing them survive on clay tablets. This pack was found beneath a palace doorway at Nineveh. Each is named after a quality required in guard dogs. Loud is his bark, black dog. Biter of his foe, blue dog. Don't think, bite, white dog. I've turned into a different accent, oh well. Catcher of the enemy, red dog. Expeller of evil, white dog with red spots. And I love them. I don't think bite is my quarantine persona. My corgis are petitioning to change their names to Loud as his bark and Expeller of evil. Boring to drink cook. Okay! He's not boring, leave him alone. This pose is so rude and unnecessary, leave Toad alone. Yahoo! Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Are you telling me we know about a specific guy who lived 5,000 years ago by name because he was a huge asshole? Let me try that again, actually. That sounded awful. I want to try and do like a New Jersey kind of thing. The majority of the surviving correspondences, there's gold in them there hills. We haven't even touched on the which is why we have huge reams of financial data about ancient Babylon in spite of how little we know about the ancient culture. Which is why we have huge reams of financial data. I fucking hate myself. Why can't I read? I took 5 years of advanced English. Why can't I read? But this guy, this Ea-Nasir, he kept all of his angry letters, hundreds of them, and meticulously Currently on display at the British Museum, the complaint tablet is an ancient Mesopotamian cuneiform tablet? A tablet. It's when your cat has a tablet. The copper was of low quality. Plus, Nani accuses Ea-Nasir of... Fuck! The copper was of low quality. Plus, Nani accuses Ea-Nasir of treating his civet. The tablet was housed at the National Museum of Iraq, but was rescued from looters during the 2003 lock? I got a lock. Just Charlie Brown with a fucking padlock. Oh, I've got to know what fucking voice to give this guy. Oh my god. What voice does an ancient Babylonian had? Babylonian? Babylonian. Okay. Let me think here. This is a business complaint. Fuck it, I'll figure it out. Tell Ea-Nasir, Nani sends the following message. When you came, you said to me as follows. I will give Gimel Sin, when he comes, fine quality copper ingots. You left them, but you did not do what you promised me. You put ingots which were not good before my messenger, Sit Sin. And... Sit Sin? I got distracted. Oh my god, let's try that again. What do you take me for, that you treat somebody like me with such contempt? I have sent as messengers gentlemen like ourselves to collect the bag with my money, disposited with you, but you have treated me with contempt by sending them back to me empty-handed. Empty-handed. Fuck. And Ea-Nasir has likewise given 1,080 pounds of copper, apart from what we both have had. Fuck. And Ea-Nasir has likewise given 1,080 pounds of copper, apart from what we both have Fuck. And Ea-Nasir has likewise given 1,080 pounds of copper, apart from what we have... Fuck. Why is this so hard? I have spoken as this man. Unintentionally, I have made him sound like a New York gangster, like a character in The Godfather. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding with bad copper. I'll have you sleeping in the desert with the ants. I'll be careful. You'll be dead. I'm a fucking idiot. Hello, I am Big Twuck. Please give me lots of wound. Thank you. I sound like Joel. No, I am from Sweden. I am not clone. I am funny Sweden. I kind of want to try and do that voice now. Hello, I am Big Twuck. Please give me lots of wound. Thank you. That sounded vaguely racist. No. Hello, I am Big Twuck. Please give me lots of wound. Thank you. Also sounded vaguely racist. Why can't I do this without sounding vaguely racist? Okay, whatever. Let's try one more time. Just normal.
I will fucking pancake your cock ass.
Sounded almost like a death metal. Let's try that one more. I'm gonna do a couple of takes of this one.
I will fucking pancake your cock ass.
I will fucking pancake your cock ass. I will fucking pancake your cock ass. This is making my throat very sore. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. I'm okay. People breed European trucks for their cuteness, but their flattened faces and compact... Fuck. Up, no. There we go. Whoa.
Not when I shift into maximum overdrive.
This machine just called me an asshole. We made you!
Can't you understand? Want to know?
You can't do this!
All right, Bubba, stick it with up your home seat.
Shoots the fucking M79 Law and just blows the fucker to pieces. What a fucking good movie that is.
That was devoted to her.
It's so fun, and so stupid, and so embracing the stupid that I love it. Plus it has AC/DC, and any fucking movie that has AC/DC is awesome. Like, come on. Any movie that suddenly has the guy who sang Thunderstruck pop out of nowhere and start singing, because Thunderstruck is the most awesome thing ever. I was cold! No, that's awful. Let me try that again. I was cold in the middle of Nope. Let me try.
You been thunderstruck!
Sound more like Toad from Mario.
Yahoo! Okay! Whoa, 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 whoa. 'Cause I'm TNT Dynamite! Back in black, I hit a sack. It's good to know I'm glad to be back, 'cause I'm cut loose from the news.
That is gonna do a number on my fucking throat. Oh my god. Okay, it's back to the fucking post now. A European truck needs more brakes and a lighter load, and they would indeed take great internal damage. Damage? I'm John Damridge. It's attorney at law. American... I can just start at the European truck part. I would also like to point out that... What voice did I use? I would also... fuck, I've got to start over because I don't know what voice I used, and my microphone fell over. No! I managed to find a photo of a taxidermied fuck. A taxidermied fuck. Yeah, fuck this truck. Ahem. I managed to find a... Fuck! I managed to find a fuck, yes. Where'd this fat fuck float in from? You see them howling that kind of load. In Mesopotamia, there were no cover letters or curriculum value. Fuck. I can't read! Fuck, what happened? Everything is fine. Nobody saw that, because I cut it out. My pants are unbuttoned. Good thing I don't have, I'm not on camera. Yeah. Fuck. I can't even start something without sounding like I'm having a stroke. And therefore, they need to get a hold of some ancient Sumerian coinage and bring it to the ruins of the ancient Sumerian tax office, because the Sumerians had a pleasingly direct way of present me. The Sumerians always are presenting. Anyway, they're guaranteed pure copper and proper weight, so I play my... Damn! I can't tell y'all. I'm gonna do this in a southern accent. I've earned it because there's a y'all. As much as I love Ea-Nasir being a meme, there is something else displayed in the... Fuck, the what? Okay, starting over. Assyriology, that's the word. Let me introduce to you 5... No, that's... Yes, I'll read it as is. Protection and healing. I need to do this in an English accent. Protection and that's not English. Survive in clay. This pack was found beneath a palace. Don't think bait